Welcome, Sagittarius, to your August 2023 monthly ethics reading with me, Daniel Natal, where you can get your Natal chart. Some of the themes this month that you're going to be facing are social expansion. You will be facing kind of ambition. These are some of the themes. You might be on vacation and you'll be thinking about work and stop it because it's August and you need a break, a respite. And luckily, this month is pretty much going to be delivering that to you. I will give you my little ethics cards, which I believe are the universe kind of communicating with you. And these are the greatest thoughts of the most profound thinkers, philosophers, and ethicists in history. And I will shuffle the cards, and I will take 3 cards out at random. And we will see what messages the universe has for you. And the first one is, to educate a man in mind and not in morals is to educate a menace to society. Theodore Roosevelt. To educate a man in mind and not in morals is to educate a menace to society. That's actually a good point. Like we used to see school as basically for character formation, right? And then all of a sudden we shifted and we started to see it as vocational, right? And we stopped teaching ethics. We stopped teaching, morality. We stopped teaching people how to do systematic thinking, critical thinking. And we just kind of, channeled them into specialization, and their view of the world got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, like when you specialize, right? This is a lot of the reason why society is so siloed, while we're all speaking in different jargons. We're all specialized. Like a person's no longer a doctor. He's an oncologist, or he's a pulmonary specialist, or he's a GP, or he's, this, that, or the other. So it breaks down into these specialties, right? And so you have people who are plumbers who don't understand what gender studies professors are saying, like cisgender. They don't know what that means. So everybody's got their own little jargon. And as a result of that, society is kind of falling apart. We're speaking in different vocabularies. And, this leads to kind of social fragmentation and all that kind of stuff. And the solution to that was, of course, ethics, right? Where we create a common moral vocabulary where everybody kind of agrees on certain baseline ideas. It's not good to kill people. It's not good to steal. It's not good to lie. Let's see what another message from the universe to you is. Temperance is a mean with regard to pleasures. Aristotle. Right? Let's repeat that. Temperance is a mean with regard to pleasures. And this goes back to Aristotle's golden mean, right? His idea of the Goldilocks phenomenon, right? You don't want the porridge that's too hot. You don't want the porridge that's too cold. You want the porridge right in the middle. And that's what Aristotle said. He taught, like, as in Nicomachean Ethics, one of the foundational kind of concepts in that book. Is that you have to try to get the ideal of something. He called it the ideal is in the center, and that's what you're aiming for, the bullseye, the target. And on the other side of that is the excess and the defect, right? So if the ideal is truth, right, then the excess of that is exaggeration, which you don't want, and the defect is irony, right? And so for every concept that you have, there's the center point that you're trying to aim at. There's the excess and the defect. We don't want the extremes. When you go to extremes, like sociopaths go to extremes, they're not centered individuals, no pun intended. Let's see what the third message to you is. We will not bargain with them ever to take in exchange all of their wealth for our virtue, since virtue is ever abiding. Riches are held for a time here and there among men. Solon of Athens. All right, so he's one of the wise men of Athens. We will not bargain with them ever to take in exchange all their wealth for our virtue, since virtue is ever abiding. Riches are held for a time here and there among men. So this is a message to you. As I said earlier, one of the themes that you're facing this month is ambition, right? And you might get shunted into thinking about riches, right? Thinking about money, thinking that that's the all important thing. Luckily, however, you guys, according to Plato's taxonomy, as is reflected in my logo there, it's 3 layers, as you know. The top layer is truth-based people, which you guys are. The middle layer is honor-based people. The bottom layer is senses-based people. And because you're truth-based people, you guys are basically going to cut to the chase. You're going to realize, hey, wait, riches are not the most important thing, right? Virtue, like integrity, like you fulfilling your goals and deriving happiness therefrom. So I will leave you there and have a great August. I know that August is going to be a wonderful month for you, and I will see you next time. And remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons. And if you want some extra personal ethics coaching for an issue you might have, you can set up a Zoom call with me by pressing the buttons below in the description. Pick what calendar date and time you want, and we can hash over whatever thorny moral dilemma that you're facing. Also, check out my Ethics Fundamentals course. The links are below, and I'll catch you next time. The world is suffering from a moral decline. We've been lurching from one crisis after another due to a lack of ethics in society. You can do your part now by considering ordering my Ethics Fundamentals courses for your children, or if you're a small business owner, using them as part of your onboarding process for new employees. Employees these days have horrible soft skills. Help them out by teaching them ethics. Businesses lose 7% in revenue due to employee theft. Train a more ethical workforce and save some of that money. According to the Ethics Center in Australia, a 10% increase in ethical behavior is associated with an increase of 2.7 to 6.6% in individual wages. Implementing ethical structures makes your company more investable as well. Make ethics a part of your business processes, or if you're a parent, part of your homeschooling curriculum. Go to www.actionableethics.com and press the button to order the course. Actionableethics.com. Order now.